Hackmania.com, promo code WATP. We're going to be in Las Vegas May 9th through 11th. I'll be there May 8th. Come down a day early. Hang out with us. We're going to have a blast. Live podcasts. Maybe Nick or Kato will be there. We don't know. But come down. Check out Hackmania.com for more information.
Who are these podcasts? WATP.
Aaron is losing the plot, as I put on my most recent thumbnail about Aaron Imholte. And the more he talks, the more disingenuous he gets. And I think the more detached from reality he gets, and the more he's going to push people away from him.
And my life's good that way.
You know why I can't get into Dabbleverse stuff?
Why?
Because all the people there are no fun. Like, everyone's, like, playing for keeps. I think Mersch, to his credit, came up with a good phrase, boomer blood sports. It's a bunch of boomers who take the internet too seriously. They think this is like Battle Dome. And it's just, when you watch it from the outside, I've said this many times, it's embarrassing. Like, you watch these people, like on Twitter. Like, I saw the guy that became a potato. I remember the last time I checked up on him. Like, the potato guy was just, being silly.
Gimmick.
Yeah, being silly, doing a gimmick. Now he's, like, invested, and I'm going to take people down, and Chad's going down, and I'm going to do this. It's like the potato got all angry and boomery, and, like, this is a war now.
So the problem with miscategorizing people like he's doing now with Cardiff Electric is that people are going to see this and go, well, that's not true at all. I see Cardiff. I see him on Twitter. I watch his show. I see him on with El Harible, and that's not true at all. He's still the fun-loving potato he's always been. And either Aaron's misinterpreting what's going on. I don't think that's the case either. I think Aaron is smarter than he lets on somehow, because he sounds like a fucking idiot when he talks about how, like, no one's having fun in the Dabbleverse, they're all just trying to crush each other and ruin each other. Did I challenge someone to a boxing match, producer Chris?
No.
Did I want to fight 5 people who make fun of me? When Kevin Brennan, we were just playing the clip, he says that he was making fun of me and my wife to Anthony over text messages. Did I challenge him to a boxing match?
I believe you were laughing about it.
This guy's insane. He's projecting all of this. He's like, this Dabbleverse, these people are taking all of this way too seriously. Even the potato is. The potato. Play a clip.
When it comes to gaslighting, this guy sucks.
I know. It's not working.
I'm sorry, Lucy.
Aaron is just the biggest sad sack that has ever existed in the sad sack universe. So he has to be able to say, even the potato is going crazy. Like, that's the only possible response.
Yeah. You have to be paying closer attention. If you're not, then don't report on it. Like, if he thinks that this is what's going on, then he's an idiot.
Yes.
And if he's making it up, then he's an asshole. And it's not good for his long-term audience retention.
Which makes him an idiot. Because if you want to have your audience, he's trying to gaslight his audience to be like, by the way, all of these shows make fun of me. They're all assholes. All of these fun-loving people are taking it too seriously.
Every single one of them are assholes. That show they're doing in Vegas that I wanted to come to fight them, even though I was invited to come on and be a part of it, and they were going to pay me and put me up in order to come on and just be a part of a comedy show. And I said, no, I'm going to fight you instead. And then that turned into he couldn't fight us in Vegas, and now he wants us to come to him and fight him, as if any of us wanted to fight him in the first place.
No. And even that event, I'm sure, would be fucking hilarious.
Correct. That we would make that fun. Because, Tukey kept saying he wanted to fight him with the Tukey puppet on.
Oh, how else are you going to do it? Yeah.
Yeah, just punching with one hand. And he's like, I think I can still beat you, which is very fun. I like Rocco. So, anyway, this is not a good way to maintain an audience if you lie to them all the time about everything and things that are, like, very easy to find. Like, the clip shows pull all of these things, and we can see that no one's taking this seriously. Everyone's having fun with it.
Jesus. Who starched his shorts?
Yeah, I mean, but that he's kind of a microcosm of that Dabbleverse. Everybody just goes way too fucking hard, and they think it makes them look good when you're like, you understand everyone from the outside world looks at you and goes, bro, go outside for a minute. Like, just
step away from the computer.
Take a breath. Like, go to a batting cage. Most of you probably need, like, a flower garden.
And what do people say when they look at you, Aaron?
Yeah, who's on the internet more than Aaron Imholte?
He's talking to himself, man.
He is talking to himself. He needs to get out there more. He literally podcasts twice a day, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Thursday morning. And when I say twice a day, 4.5, 5 hours, and then 2 to 2.5 hours later. And then another 4.5 hours, 5 hours on Thursday morning, and then Friday morning, the same thing. And then Sunday, he does a members only.
But it's all lighthearted, right?
He's broadcasting on the internet more than I'm on the internet. And he's trying to say, like, all these other people, they're on the internet too much. Okay. There's evidence to the contrary.
You know, if you live in a warm climate. Sam Show says, we have the sector. The Dabbleverse is just so ridiculous. Yeah, the sector is more like what internet beef and shit should be. It's just silliness. The sector is just a lot of nonsense and fun and wackiness. Like,
he literally said on his show the other day, so he challenged all of us to a boxing match. And in order for us to box him, we have to get this insurance through USA Boxing or something like that. It's like $90. And I know that Tukey was very much like, I got $90, no problem. I'll definitely make this happen. So he's the one who challenged us to this thing, and we have to get this insurance. And he hasn't nailed down a gym or a time or anything. It seemed like an outrageous threat in the first place, or challenge, I should say, in the first place, that he's going to box 5 of us in 3-minute rounds, 3 rounds each. And then he comes on his show a couple days later and he goes, none of them have even gotten the insurance yet, so I guess they're not taking this seriously. As if we're like bitching out because we didn't run and give $90 to a thing that would just take our money we'd never use ever again. I don't want to be a part of USA Boxing. I have no reason to be. I saw Mersh talk about this too. He's just like, Aaron, and I give Mersh a lot of credit. He's just like, people want to punch you in the face. You're making this way less fun than it needs to be. Like, we don't have to get insurance involved. We don't have to get gyms involved. They just want to punch you in the face.
Yeah. A dunk tank would do.
He's willing to eat butter and eat dog food, but he won't let somebody punch him in the face. Pay him $90, punch him in the face. Like,
yeah, he's completely lost the thread on what all of this is.
The worst case scenario from the Ethan Ralph thing is that Dick Masterson throws a little shit back at him. You know?
Yeah. But I mean, again, it's really...
Okay, so let me explain this real quick. I'm going to do my best because there's a lot going on with Ethan Ralph and Milo Yiannopoulos and Dick Masterson, because Milo and Ethan wanted to do a thing with Dick and Dick said no. And so they went on Jesse PS and they were all talking shit about Dick Masterson about it. And you see that Aaron sees all this and he goes, you know, Dick Masterson's a guy who gets it. He's just going to like give some shit to Ethan Ralph and just be done with it. He's not going to take it so seriously like the Dabbleverse does. I listened to the Dick show this week and let me explain how Dick handled this. He's literally concerned about his friend Ethan Ralph for having a drug problem and a drinking problem. Ethan Ralph has 2 young children and Dick came on, which is not normal for him, but he said, Ethan, you need to get help. You need to go into a program. You need to get a sponsor. Because what you're doing to these children of yours, you're giving them daddy issues they'll never get over. It's very detrimental. Once you have children, you can't behave in this way anymore. You need to get better. And he got real serious about it. And literally, like, he's detached himself from Ethan Ralph because he refuses to get better. And Aaron, the brainiac who's figuring all of this out, comes out and goes, he'd be like, Dick and Ralph are having this thing, but he's probably just going to be like, whatever, and just move on. Just the opposite. Wrong again. Somehow he's wrong every time, which is hard to do, to be honest with you. So that's the whole thing that's going on. Milo Yiannopoulos called Dick gay, which Dick is just like, you know, for us straight guys, we've been doing that to each other since we were in like middle school. You don't realize that that's like ball busting 101. Like, Milo's gay. So it's, you know, he thinks that that's like a insult. Oh, I called you gay. And Dick's just like, yeah. Been called gay before.
Yeah.
I've been called gay before. You're the one gargling cum over there, but okay. In Milo's defense, I think he's straight now or whatever. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? One more clip from Aaron here.
To it. It doesn't matter.
Like Jesse PS. He fucks around. You can't get to Jesse. It's kind of like me. You can't get to me. Like, we just have fun with it. You write something like, you fat piece of shit. And we're like, hey, now you silly goose. You knock it off. Someone writes something mean to us and we go, we thank you so much for being a fan. They go, I'm not a fan of yours. And you just want to look at them and go, shh, sweetheart, I'm doing this to you on purpose. Like, I'm f***ing with you. Relax.
Does Aaron really think that's what's happening here? Aaron's the one who talks about his haters on every single episode. Yeah. and talks about what a piece of shit Patrick Melton is and all these people, and he wants to fight us and all this shit. And now he's pretending like he's easygoing and nothing gets to him and he isn't thin-skinned.
It's all lighthearted fun, Carl.
It's the opposite of that with them. Like, if you watch an episode of This Little Piggy, it's usually me and Patrick Melton from Nobody Likes Onions and Tukey from Tukey Soup and that Kiwi guy. And we have a very fun time for 2 hours. We talk about what Aaron said during the week. We laugh about it. People send, super chats and super tips that laugh about it. It's a very jovial time. Never once do we get on there and we're like, oh my gosh, can you believe what he's trying to do now? And, these fucking haters, and we don't even care about that. You go to your little Discord and have your little conversations, you losers. Touch grass. We never talk about any of those things like he does. But we're the ones who are seething. Indeed.
Who are these podcasts?